Okay, guys, how are you doing? I want to give all praise to the Father, to the Holy Spirit, and to our brother Christ. I just got a major revelation, and now I know why my spirit was heavy for the last few days. What I couldn't figure out, and this is like important, guys. So we were I did the debate and then I made the video about that. And the map that he was showing me on that debate, y'all, was this Mercator's map. This is important because this is actually Antarctica that he um was showing. And the reason why this is important is because this is actually the mountain where scriptures say that Satan was trapped at. And look at this red and white line that they got on here like a candy cane right here on this map. Ain't that something, y'all? I'm going to show y'all this in the scripture. So take a good look at this, y'all. This is Antarctica on this map. And the scripture do say, I'm just about to read it to y'all. I'm not even gonna say what it says. Just take a good look at this map. Okay, this is Antarctica, y'all. Deep, deep, deep stuff here. Okay. This is the book of Enoch. It say, this is talking about the watchers. It say, for the days of the slaughter and destruction and death of the giants from the souls of whose flesh the spirits, having gone forth, shall destroy without incurring judgments. Thus shall they destroy. Well, I'm not going to read that because it's not going to make sense to y'all because I didn't read the beginning, but I'll read the end and say, and now as to the watchers who have sent thee to intercede for them who had been aforetime in heaven, say to them, you have been in heaven, but all the mysteries had not been revealed to you, and you knew worthless ones, and these in the hardness of your hearts you have made known to the women, and through these mysteries women and men work much evil on earth. Say to them, therefore, ye have no peace. And they took and brought me to a place in which those who were there were like flaming fire. And when they wished, they appeared as men. And they brought me to a place of darkness and they brought me, so it say, let's start over saying they took me to a place in which those who were there were like flaming fire. And when they wished, they appeared as man. Y'all get that? So they could appear as man whenever they wanted. And they brought me to the place of darkness and to a mountain, the point of whose summit reached to heaven. So this is that mountain, y'all. And I saw the places, and they think it's Mount Meru. It's not. I'm going to show y'all where Mount Meru is. The summit reached to heaven, and I saw the places of the luminaries and treasuries of stars and of the thunder, and in the uttermost depths were where a fiery bow and arrows in their quiver and a fiery sword and all the lightnings. And they took me to the living waters and to the fire of the west, which receives every setting of the sun. And I came to a river of fire in which the fire flows like water and discharges itself into the great seas towards the west. I saw the great rivers and came to the great river and to the great darkness and went to the place where no flesh walks, I saw the mountains of darkness of winter, and the place whence all the waters of the deep flow. This is the rivers that he's talking about. This is the rivers for that Mercator's map, not for the Garden of Eden. I saw the great rivers and came to the great rivers and to the great darkness and went to the place where no flesh walked. I saw the mountains of the darkness of winter and the place whence all the waters of the deep flow. I saw the mouths of all the rivers of the earth and the mouth of the deep. This is what he's talking about. I saw the treasures of all the winds. I saw how he had furnished with them the whole creation and the firm foundation of the earth. And I saw the cornerstone of the earth. Ain't that what he said it was? The cornerstone. So out of his own mouth, he said it was the cornerstone of the earth. I saw the four winds which bear the earth and the firmament of the heaven. And I saw how the winds stretch out of the vaults of heaven and have their station between heaven and earth. And these are the pillars of heaven. I saw the winds of heaven which turn and bring the circumference of the sun and all the stars to their setting. I saw the winds of the earth carrying the clouds. I saw the paths of the angels. I saw at the end of the earth the firmament of heaven above. And I proceeded and saw a place which burns day and night, where there are seven mountains and a magnificent stones, three towards the east and three towards the south. And as for those towards the east, was of colored stone, and one of pearl, and one of jacinth, and one towards the south of red stone. But the middle one reached to heaven, like the throne of God of alabaster, and the summit of the throne was of sapphire. And I saw a flaming fire, and we seen that the flame of fire was these angels that could turn to man when they wanted. And beyond these mountains is a region and the end of the great earth. There these heavens were completed. And I saw a deep abyss with I saw a deep abyss with columns of heavenly fire, and among them I saw columns of fire fall, which were beyond measure alike towards the height and towards the depth. And beyond that abyss I saw a place which had no firmament of the heaven. I saw a deep abyss with columns of heavenly fire, and among them I saw the columns of fire fall, which were beyond measures alike towards the height and towards the depth. And beyond that abyss I saw a place which had no firmament of the heaven above, and no firmly founded earth beneath it. There was no water upon it, no birds, but it was a waste. And above, and no firmly founded earth beneath it. There was no water upon it, no birds, but it was a waste and a horrible place. I saw seven stars like great burning mountains, and to me when I inquired regarding them, the angel said, "This place is the end of heaven and earth. This has become a prison for the stars and of the host of heaven, and the stars which roll over the fire. Which roll over the fire are they which have transgressed the commandment of the Lord and the beginning of their rising, because they did not come forth at their appointed times, and he was wroth with them and bound them till the time when their guilt shall be consumed, even for 10,000 years." And Uriel said to me, Here shall stand the angels who have connected themselves with women, and their spirits assuming many different forms are defiling mankind, and shall lead them astray into sacrificing to demons as God. Oh my goodness, y'all. No, they transform and stuff. Here shall they stand till the day of the great judgment, and which they shall be judged till they are made an end of. And the woman also of the angels who went astray shall become sirens, and I, Enoch, alone saw the vision, the ends of all things, and no man shall see as I have seen. Man, y'all think that this is going to be projections and holograms and all of that? No, this about to be the real thing. These things are out here by my house right now, and I don't know if it's good ones or bad ones. I don't know. I hope they're good ones, cause I'm, I'm look, I keep the commandments. Look, I'm so confused, y'all. Like, this just tripped me out. But listen, this is crazy. I gotta share this with y'all. But I'm like, cause I know Father got angels too, but it's just like, this is crazy. Like, you just never know. You just always pray and repent every day and pray without ceasing, and don't try not to have to repent. That's the goal. You don't want to be having to repent every day, even though it's good to be humble. But the goal is to not actually be doing nothing. Okay, but this is crazy. So it said that these things take shape in the end times, that they was going to lead people into sacrificing to them as gods. Um Man, look, I'm blew away, y'all. Just like this crazy. Okay, it is saying, and these are the names of the holy angels who watch. Uriel, one of the holy angels who is over the world and over Tartarus. Raphael, one of the holy angels who is over the spirits of men. Uh, Reguel, one of the holy angels who takes vengeance on the world of the luminaries. Michael, one of the holy angels, to wit, he that is set over the best part of mankind and over chaos. Sarkiel, one of the holy angels who was set over the spirits who sin in the spirit. Gabriel, one of the holy angels who was over paradise and the serpents and the cherubim. Remiel, one of the holy angels, whom God set over those who rise. And I proceeded to where things were chaotic, and I saw there something horrible. I saw neither. Okay, sorry guys. I was thinking. Okay, and these are the names of the whole. Oh, well, we read that. And I proceeded to where things were chaotic, and I saw there something horrible. I saw neither a heaven above nor a firmly founded earth, but a place chaotic and horrible. And there I saw seven stars of the heaven bound together in it like great mountains and burning with fire. Then I said, for what sin are they bound, and on what account have they been cast in hither? Then said Uriel, one of the holy angels, who was with me, and was chief over them, and said, Enoch, why doest thou ask? And why art thou eager for truth? These are of the number of the stars of heaven, which have transgressed the commandment of the Lord, and are bound here till 10,000 years. The time entailed by their sins are till the time until by their sins are consummated. And from thence I went to another place which was still more horrible than the former, and I saw a horrible thing, a great fire there which burned and blazed, and the place was cleft as far as the abyss, being full of great descending columns of fire. Neither its extent or magnitude could I see, nor could I conjecture. Then I said, how fearful is this place, and how terrible to look upon. Then Uriel answered me, one of the holy angels who was with me, and said unto me, Enoch, why hast thou such fear and affright? And I answered, because this fearful place, and because the spectacle of the pain. And he said unto me, this place is the prison of angels, and here they will be in prison forever. Okay, and it's saying, then I went into another place, and he mountain of hard rock, and there was in it hollow places, deep and wide and very smooth. Okay, this is okay, so we're not gonna read that. That's something else. So that was all we needed to read. But y'all see where it talk about this mountain, right? And it called it exactly what Sanchez said. He said this is the cornerstone at the North Pole. I don't know if he like some kind of occult leader, or if he just confused. But y'all need to wake up on what he got y'all doing, and everybody need to wake up. Y'all blood over intent people saying y'all going to Mount Meru. This is not Mount Meru. Mount Meru is in the Caucasus Mountains, where the Amorites were living in the Caucasus Mountains, because they were the Amorites and they were being called Amaru, and they were the Caucasians. They got leprosy. The Bible talk about these people. They got blue eyes and red hair and blonde hair, but they come from Ham. This is what I was trying to tell him on the show as well, but nobody wanted to listen to me. The Bible is right. Let's go back to that Mercator's map. This is it, y'all. This is it. This is Antarctica. And it is the North Pole, because they show Antarctica as the South Pole on our map. But y'all see the red and white line? I mean, they giving it away. They like basically just giving it away. This is Antarctica. Now this is where it's about to get deep. Y'all gonna have to just hang with me. Just hang with me.
What was the reason behind Obama's secret trip to Antarctica? What was the reason for CIA Director James Clapper's simultaneous visit to Australia? Why did Russia's top religious leader go to Antarctica? There has been a virtual media blackout about these highly unusual trips made by officials in Russia and the US. There are a couple of sources that cited Obama traveled to the southern tip of Argentina before crossing the Drake Passage to Antarctica. Indeed, Obama's secret trip comes at a highly unusual time. It follows on the heels of a visit by Patriarch Kirill of Russia. Kirill met with Pope Francis in Havana, Cuba, less than 1 week before he departed for Antarctica. Media sources described the meeting between the two religious leaders as urgent. Nothing like this has happened since the 1054 AD schism that separated Eastern Orthodoxy and Roman Catholicism. Why an urgent meeting between these leaders was called after a millennium of never meeting with one another is a mystery. The mainstream media reported that the meeting between Francis and Kirill was meant to condemn persecution of Christians around the world and to foster ecumenical dialogue. But again, it comes at an unusual time, because 4 days after this meeting, Kirill arrived in Antarctica and performed a religious ceremony blessing the land and water surrounding the continent. He praised the barren lands of Antarctica as, quote, a model of an ideal humanity. Kirill also said the following, quote, Antarctica is the only place where there are no weapons, no military activity, there are no scientific studies focused on the emergence of a new means of destruction. It is a perfect image of humanity and a testimony to the fact that people can live like this. No borders, no weapons, no hostile competition, that they can cooperate and feel as members of one family, unquote. The reason I find Obama and Russian visits to Antarctica very strange is the following. There was another country, another regime, that visited Antarctica just before a Great World War started. The Nazis led an expedition of 33 members, including scientists, to Antarctica just before the start of World War II in September 1939. Their expedition to New Swabia lasted from December 1938 to February 1939. It is known that the Nazis took thousands of photos using airplanes during this expedition. They also took reels of colored film, which was rare at the time and very expensive to produce. The regime was clearly looking for something in Antarctica. But what was it? What were they there for? Two earlier expeditions to Antarctica by the Nazis were also very alarming. They were intent to map out the terrain of the continent using hot air balloons for aerial footage. The Nazis even attempted, during these two expeditions, to walk across the entire continent and map out its landscape. It's still unclear why they engaged in so much surveying.
So we just read about the mountains. Pay attention to this, guys.
Let us go back to World War II and listen to an interview given by an American naval officer named Richard Byrd. Byrd was stationed and lived in Antarctica for some time. Byrd made astonishing claims about the continent, that it could be the key to a future controversy that would erupt between various countries, not merely regarding the issue of resources, that precious metals, mineral deposits, and even uranium have been found in Antarctica. No, Richard Byrd seems to suggest that something else was there.
Admiral Byrd, you've been to both the North Pole and the South Pole. Is there any unexplored land left on this Earth that might appeal to adventurous young Americans? Yes, there is. And not up around the North Pole, because it's getting crowded up there now, because they find out it's really useful, not only to live in, but militarily. Strangely enough, there's left in the world today an area as big as the United States.
See how they got this as the South Pole? But what did I tell you guys about the compass? The South Pole is going to track the north end of the magnet, right? So it's technically how you look at it. It can be the north. This is the North Pole if you say the compass is right. But it's the South Pole if you say, the Earth's compass is right. See what I'm saying? It just depends on, we're going to say the Earth's compass is right. So it's the South Pole, but it's the North Pole. It's the North Pole, because this is so crazy. It's so complicated. So it's the North Pole. The South is our North. Okay, this is so complicated for y'all and for me, but yeah, I'm sure y'all get what I'm saying. I'm sure y'all understand.
It's never been seen by a human being. And that's beyond the pole on the other side of the South Pole from Middle America. And I think it's quite astonishing that there should be an area as big as that unexplored. It's a tremendous. So there's a lot of adventure left down at the bottom of the world. Admiral, an expedition to which I believe you're the advisor is now en route. What is that expedition doing? Well, that's the icebreaker Antarctica, and it's a reconnaissance expedition. It's going down to the South Pole area to make certain observations and to look for some bases. They will be back in April, and they will report back, and upon the information we get from that undertaking, we will base the bigger expedition that's to follow. Is that very definitely planned, or that is being planned right now? So I'm willing to say to you that there will be a number of expeditions that will follow, I think, year after year.
Richard Byrd verified that Antarctica wasn't about resources, but rather that the Nazis had established secret bases for some reason. Perhaps they were protecting something. Operation High Jump, coordinated by Byrd, which included US, Russian, Australian, and British forces, was meant to close in on the Nazis' strange operations in Antarctica. We'll return to Richard Byrd later on in this video. The logo for the Nazis' third expedition to Antarctica shows that they were interested in a particular portion of the continent called New Swabia. You can see on this emblem that there were lines drawn to bring your attention to an exact coordinate ending on a particular target. Perhaps the Nazis were hiding a secret in plain sight that they had located something. Were they pointing us, perhaps, to a hole that existed into the earth? A pathway into the center of a hollow earth. There is evidence to suggest that the Nazis believed in the hollow earth and held to an understanding that perhaps there was a passageway to the other side. While hollow earth is not a popular idea these days, it was during World War II. In fact, it was suggested that most of the top...
Okay, so they're not going there because it's hollow earth, y'all. Let's look at this mountain that they found. I really want to keep watching that to see what all they got to say. But the whole point I wanted to just show y'all was really about General Admiral, because he claimed that he claimed that he was flying over the South Pole and some people, I guess, in ships or UFOs came to him. They took over his craft and, took him to the secret place and all of this. So, I mean, y'all can go look it up. General Admiral Byrd. Okay, they just found a pyramid in Antarctica. And I want to show y'all if I can find it. I was just watching. Okay.
Do you like ripping through the jungle? Yeah! Do you like chasing waves? Yeah. Do you like your husband's laugh? Do you like songs sung by...
These mountains, this mountain that they found is in Antarctica. Do you guys see this? True north. True north. I don't like that scary music, y'all. But pyramid, maybe I should type in pyramid. See how the scripture said it had a point and it was called the cornerstone. Secure team, he be on it.
What's up, everyone? Tyler here with Secure Team, and we have now officially surpassed the 700,000 subscriber mark. What a great day it is. Again, I want to say a big thanks to all of you guys.
Okay, here it is. This is the video I was watching.
Evil itself. If there is. Now, I'm sure many of you have heard about it. I'm sure some of you.
This is what that Mercator's map is showing.
Hey, what's up, guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. Now, I am currently going through emails, catching up. I've got a lot of emails to catch up on, in fact. A whole list of footage that I'm going to be reviewing for tonight's video. So we're going to have a video up tonight. Things have been really busy lately, what with Christmas around the corner, so I haven't been able to give it my full attention. But trust me, we've got a lot of stuff coming. But I wanted to post this quick video to address a news story that is making the rounds, and I've gotten a ton of people messaging me, emailing me, and tweeting to me about this. Now, I'm sure many of you have heard about it. I'm sure some of you hadn't. But for those of you who don't know, the news stories that are going around are about an alleged tweet that was posted by Buzz Aldrin, the Apollo astronaut who walked on the moon. This ominous tweet, as they're calling it. So what's so special about that, you ask? Well, when you find out what the substance was of the tweet, that's where things start to get strange. So here is the alleged tweet that was posted by the former astronaut, which reads,
here is y'all mount, y'all mountain y'all trying to get to. I don't know what y'all looking for. Y'all just want to go find the devil, basically. You know, y'all flat earthers, y'all need to really lay off of it.
"We are all in danger. It is evil itself." At the end of which, posting a photograph of a pyramid located at the South Pole. Now, what you're seeing here is, again, an alleged screenshot from Buzz Aldrin's official Twitter page. And, well, I'll go ahead and just read you the entire news report that's been circling the web here. It says, Buzz Aldrin has tweeted an ominous warning on Twitter this week that, quote, "We are all in danger. It is evil itself," accompanied by a picture of a pyramid at the South Pole. The tweet comes days after the U.S. astronaut was mysteriously taken ill in Antarctica and had to be evacuated to safety in nearby New Zealand for emergency medical treatment. Now, side note here, this is actually true, and if you remember, we posted a video about this. The news report goes on to say, quote, "Mr. Aldrin seems to be referring to this object as seen in this aerial photo from Google Earth." Now, another side note here, this actually is an image from Google Earth and is of what looks to be a pyramid found at the South Pole, yet another image we have posted multiple videos about. The article then goes on to mention the U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry's recent visit to the South Pole, which again we posted a video about, and finally finishes off about this new Buzz Aldrin tweet and its strange deletion. So the article is saying that he deleted the tweet after he posted it, but we'll come back to that here in a minute. Finally, the article states, why did Buzz Aldrin warn that we are all in danger? Why did he call the pyramid evil itself? If there is something at the South Pole which may be evil itself, then let humanity know about it so we can all decide upon the course of action to deal with it, even if the decision is to leave it be. But since a trusted and respected astronaut has told us we are all in danger, then whatever is there has just become all of our business to decide what to do. So, what we have here in a nutshell is a world-famous astronaut posted a tweet saying that we are all in danger and referred to a South Pole pyramid as being evil, which he then deleted. Now, of course, I can understand why this was such a huge news story, and why hundreds of thousands, if not millions by now, have read it and have been, again, put into fear having read it and are now worrying about this and are emailing me, wondering what is going on and what I make of it. Now, I wasn't even going to post a video about this because the moment I saw it, something didn't seem right and doesn't seem right about this. And given the fact that the only evidence that we have that this actually occurred, because again, when you actually go over to Buzz Aldrin's Twitter, you find absolutely zero evidence that this tweet ever existed. So it's very convenient for the news report to state that it was deleted, knowing full well that we have no proof. Now, of course, I've done a little digging and...
Okay, guys, so we're not going to watch the whole thing. Wonder why he deleted it. But, guys, we see what the scriptures say, and we see what's happening. This is the mountain, the Mount Meru that y'all looking for, and the scriptures say that this is where fallen angels were and captured. Now, I believe that. If y'all don't want to believe that, that's your choice, but I'm going to bring this information to you guys and as truth. I mean, the scriptures is given direct information to say where it doesn't get dark, you know, where the sun doesn't set. In Antarctica, is the sun is up for 24 hours a day there, I do believe. So the scriptures, you know, give you a lot of detail. This is why I say study to show thyself approved. Search out and matter. And never take anybody's word for face value without doing your own research. Yeah, the Mercator's map debunk. I guess that's what I'm gonna call this video. We in the Great Tribulation, guys. Wake up.